Something like that.
You call it a blessing. I had a few flashback nightmares.
Stop playing! Stop playing! Stop playing! Stop playing with this man! Stop playing with this man!
Stop it! It isn't right.
No!
Okay, look, this may just be an all-star game, but this one shot is the best possible thing to show someone when describing who Steph Curry actually is. The answer, of course, is a psychopath disguised as a basketball player. But while watching the all-star game, I was in awe, and then after it was over, I had trouble processing what exactly I had just witnessed. And then I started asking how in the world he makes things like this look so routine and so easy. Because I promise you, shooting from this far away like it's nothing is something that only a handful of players in history have been able to do. So how exactly does he do it? Well, today we're going to take a look at Steph Curry's range, what caused him to expand his shooting, and how he's able to make shots like this so consistently. So let's get into the video. So real quick before we begin, I know a lot of you guys watching this right now are not subscribed, so if you do fall into that category, please feel free to hit the sub button. It only takes a second and it really helps out a lot, and also be sure to leave a like. That also takes just a second and also helps out a lot. So Steph Curry, as we know, has revolutionized the game of basketball with his shooting. From the NBA to rec leagues everywhere to LA Fitness, everyone is now jacking up threes trying to be the next Steph Curry. But this isn't something that you can just replicate, at least not without putting a substantial amount of time and practice into it, which he has been doing since he was 5 years old. So in other words, pretty much all of us are already out of luck. But we are still lucky in a way because we do get to watch more and more of these shots being taken. And while some people say this style of play is ruining the game, come on, this is impressive. But just when the right player is taking it, which brings us back to this guy, because he's showing us what the outer limits actually are in terms of shooting, and especially deep three-point shooting, because he has otherworldly efficiency from deep range that we've never seen before and will probably never see from another human being ever again. We will see these numbers in the future, but only after the robots have taken over the sport.
少し頭を傾けて放たれたシュートは見事
Anyway, Steph Curry for his career shoots nearly 43% from 3 overall, which on its own is mind-blowing, considering his extremely high volume from outside at almost 9 3-point attempts per game. But this is where things get crazy. Since 2015, Steph Curry has shot 40% from between 30 and 35 feet, and nearly 39% from between 30 and 40 feet, which is a noticeable difference over some other long-distance shooters like Damian Lillard and Trae Young. And going back to that All-Star game, Steph Curry made 16 threes. Okay, my bad. Steph Curry made 16 threes, which on its own is nuts. But when you look at the distances of those 16 threes, it puts things into perspective. Of those 16 threes he made, 7 of them were from 30 feet or farther, meaning that in a single game, he made more shots from beyond 30 feet than 99% of the players in the league have made all season. If you took some random player and you gave them Steph Curry's makes from beyond 30 feet in the All-Star game, that player would be top 10 this season in 30-footers made. In fact, here are the distances of each three that he made during that game. This shouldn't be allowed. This shouldn't be a thing. Which made me think, how is he doing this? How does he make shots like this look so routine? There was even a point during All-Star Weekend where Team LeBron had a half-court contest, and Steph made 7 of his 16 attempts. That is 43% on half-court shots. How is he doing that? Well, thank you for asking, and I'm here with the answer. It starts with the legs, because back when Steph was a younger player, he struggled a lot with ankle injuries. Like, more than you can count on both of your hands. That's how many he had. And after 2 separate ankle surgeries in just a 2-year span, he decided that it was time to get stronger. So he met with Kiki Lyles, who would eventually become the Warriors' performance trainer, and he helped Steph with strengthening his lower body, specifically his core, which in turn led to more strength and stability in his legs and ankles. Steph Curry became so strong that he went from deadlifting 200 pounds when he entered the league to to deadlifting 400 pounds by 2015. He was deadlifting twice his own body weight. And by the way, that figure put him as the second strongest player on the entire team, behind only Festus Ezeli, who, mind you, was a 6'11", 265-pound big man. But another byproduct of this training is that he gained more power in his shot, and he combined this with more exercises to strengthen his wrists so that his expanded range could be replicated more easily and more frequently. The result is what we've seen over the last 8+ years. A man that can extend his range to anywhere on the court without even looking like he's trying. A player that can make half-court shots and three-quarter court shots look easy, and a player so confident in these deep shots that he can turn around before the ball even gets to its peak. That pretty much entirely came from a blessing in disguise, which of course were his early ankle injuries. And I've said this before, without those injuries, there's no dynasty, because there's likely no money to sign anyone else because he would have gotten a larger contract early on in his career. And I've also said before that nobody will ever be able to replicate what the Warriors did and are still doing because the circumstances that led to everything falling into place were just so unique. But despite that, you see guys still trying to have the range of Steph Curry. But so far, the only person that we've really seen come close has been Damian Lillard. And like we pointed out before, he's doing it at a less efficient clip. He's still an incredible shooter, but it is worth noting that Steph Curry's combination of range, volume, efficiency, ability to shoot off the dribble with elite ball handling over multiple people at just 6'3" is something that we have never seen before and likely will never see again. But still, people keep trying, not realizing the years of strength training and practice that led to the finished product that we see today. And those players continuing to try has led people to saying that Steph Curry ruined the game of basketball because everybody just wants to shoot threes now. And this is what Steph had to say about those criticisms.
I'm gonna use this moment to get on my soapbox and stop tagging me in all these horrible basketball clips of people taking bad shots. Talking about I ruined the game. I did not tell y'all to shoot that shot. I did not say
Public
shoot that shot.
service announcement.
It's tagging me left and right. Like, yo, you've ruined the game. Thanks, Steph. I'm like, yo.
Which is kind of funny because, I mean, he is right. But that's not the funniest thing I found while I was writing this video. Because while I was doing research, I found a video from Steph's personal trainer in which he said this towards the end of the video.
He was the first guy to really recognize that, well, if I can't get by the guy in front of me, there's always space behind me. I think that he's kind of revolutionized basketball in that way. You know, my 11-year-old son doesn't really think a whole lot about taking a 22-foot jumper in a game. And, you know, maybe 10 years ago, we would have never let a kid that age take that shot. But basketball is now evolving to that point, and it's all because Stephen has changed it.
If I can't get by the person in front of me, there's always space behind me. That is one of the most hilarious and psychotic things I've ever heard in my life when talking about basketball. But we also have to keep in mind who he's talking about, because he literally has just kept backing up over the last 6 or 7 years. And that brings us back to where we are today, where Steph Curry is not only the greatest shooter ever, but the greatest, most effortless deep three-point shooter that we've probably ever seen and will probably never see again. So with all that being said, I want to know what you guys thought of this video. Do you think that with enough training you could have this type of range reliably? And if so, would you even be confident enough to take these shots in the flow of a game? Let me know what you think, even though I already know what you're gonna say. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell to be notified when I upload, comment down below what you want to see next, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.